Well, hello again. Cheers. Tonight's special is Rolling Rock. Extra pale. All right. Uh, yeah, I decided to do a little video. I thought about several things that I may do. I might do like another one of those albums that have blown my mind, part two or something, uh, maybe, maybe not. But anyway, uh, uh, last couple of days, I was a little bored to say the least. Um, so I decided to make a little round trip to visit some of my little record dig places and honey holes and that kind of thing, the thrift stores and antique shops. And so I found out that some of these places that I had been going to are now out of business. They've either already shut down, uh, they're in the process of shutting down, going out of business, or they are temporarily closed for who knows how long. So that was kind of a kick in the knee, so to speak. Uh, I mean, not just for record digging and stuff, but these are business owners that are losing their business. People that are now out of work. Man, it's a bad situation. But regardless of that, uh, I went around to my normal haunts, as I said, the Goodwills. Goodwills. Uh, I very seldom find anything at Goodwill anymore. I drove down to Blacksburg, uh, checked out some stores down there. Nothing much. I went to Barnes and Noble, and Barnes and Noble had they brought back the 50% sale on some of the items. So I picked this up, 50% off. Yes, I had an original copy of this back in what, 73 or whenever it came out. But yeah, new reissue of this, half price. It was, with tax, it was about $11. Worth it. Yes, indeed. Bowie. This is if you don't know, I'm sure everybody knows Bowie, but this is a cover album he did of uh, mainly late '60s rock songs that he liked, like Syd Barrett and Kinks and Rolling Stones. Um, but the Who. I don't know if it's this. I don't know if this one's got Rolling Stones on there. Duh. But anyway, Bowie's got this great way of making songs his own. So this is a great rock and roll cover album. Really tickled to get that. All right. So that was about all for my trip down to Christiansburg, Blacksburg, going to all of the thrift stores. Uh, yeah, even my little pawn shops that I go to, they're going out of business. So anyway, came back to Princeton the next day. Visited a couple of my haunts there. First of all, I went to Cheap Thrills Records in downtown Princeton and found these. This is a cool thing here. This is On Stage Volume 2 by Hank Williams. Look at this cover. I mean, look how clean and pristine. There's hardly any wear on it. Tickled to get this. I had an old Lonely Boy, so to speak, copy of this with no cover. But my old copy was mono. This one's stereo, and sounds great. Glad to get it. Another one I found down there was The Ventures, Swamp Rock. Man, I got tons of Ventures albums, and I keep finding albums that I've never seen or was not aware of. Ventures have put out literally probably hundreds of albums in terms of reissues and comps and best ofs. But yeah, this is really a good album. It's got songs like Honky Tonk Woman, of course, Swamp Rock, Green River, Suspicious Minds, Proud Mary. Great. All right. Well, then I went to the Salvation Army. It's Salvation Army is the only thrift store in Princeton. So I went, and I hadn't been there for a while, and they had their normal little stacks of stuff. Now they have raised the prices. I had mentioned before. They used to be either 25 cents or 50 cents, but now everything is a buck, which is not bad. So I was digging through their stack of stuff. Okay, there's a scratchy copy of Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. Oh gosh, there's another Mantovani album. There's some Barry Manilow, some real scratchy, nasty-looking Christian albums, and all of a sudden, this pops up. Joined Together, Rarities by The Who. And the little light went off in my brain, like, bing. Okay. This is a great comment. If you can see, let me see. Oh, where's that? Marketed in Australia. All right, I checked this out. This was marketed in Australia. It's a New Zealand manufactured record, I believe pressed in New Zealand. And my thoughts were, I'd love to know the story of this. How it got from New Zealand through Australia to end up in southern West Virginia in the middle of Podunkville in the Appalachian Mountains, mixed in with a bunch of Mantovani and Herb Alpert albums in the Salvation Army. Who knows? But, man, this is a great comp. Joined Together, Heaven and Hell, Let's See Action, The Relay, Wasp Man. It ends with just a killer live track called Baby Don't Do It. So, yeah, great comp. And then right behind that was this. Quadrophenia. This is a later reissue. You can see it's got the little stamped number on there. And little bit of water damage here. But the vinyl is excellent VG+. Plays and sounds really beautiful. Now, I've already got an OG copy that I bought in '72, whenever this album came out. And but this is a great extra copy that I'm going to keep. Beautiful. All right, now, not everything is a winner. I saw this. You got to remember, these are all still a buck. So I saw this. Wow, Led Zeppelin 4. Yeah, I got the vinyl of it looked a little rough, but I went ahead and picked it up anyway. I said, well, maybe I can clean it up and at least have a nice playable second copy. No, even after cleaning, vacuuming, brushing, doing all the little tricks, you put it on the turntable, and you might as well put a piece of sandpaper on there and try to play it, okay? So, but anyway, the cover's nice, so maybe somebody will end up using this as a display or something. All right. Still in that same stack after that Who album, so I don't know where these came from. So, like I said, digging through all of those, scratchy old Christmas albums and Dino, gospel piano, Ferranti and Deecher. And here's Rush. Under Pressure. Grace Under Pressure. I'm sorry. Grace Under Pressure. Excellent, excellent album in minty shape. This was VG++, if not near mint. Holy crap, for $1, man. That was followed by this. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Somewhere in Africa. I've got several Manfred Mann albums, going way back to the 60s when they were kind of a blues garage type band, and eventually they became more pop. They're famous for doing a lot of covers of what's that? Joan Armatrading, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bruce Springsteen, Blinded by the Light was a big hit. Quinn the Eskimo by Bob Dylan. But this album, it's got some really, it's got some great covers on it too. It does a version of Redemption Song by Bob Marley. They make it their own. The Eyes of Nostradamus by Al Stewart. They got a really killer version. And it's got, of course, it's like Somewhere in Africa. They've got bits of African music mixed in with some of this. It's kind of, it's not really fusion, not really progressive, but it's a good album. I really enjoyed this album. You know, some of their older albums were really heavy and progressive rock and fusion. But man, for $1, oh, look at that. It's so clean. It's not even much, hardly any wear on it. And then this. Peter Gabriel, So. Red Rain, Sledgehammer, Don't Give Up, Mercy Street, In Your Eyes, Big Time. I don't have to say anything about this album. And a killer vinyl copy too. Jeez. This one was a surprise. This is Lone Justice. Not really familiar with Lone Justice. I was thinking, well, is this folk? Is it 80s pop? Man, I put this on and wham! It's like what, cowpunk, country punk, and great songs on it. And this girl, my gosh, she is a great singer. Kind of Dolly Parton-ish kind of sounding. So if you can imagine like Dolly Parton really welling to some country punk, oh my gosh. And the songs on here are just absolutely great songs. Highly recommend this album. This was another one that blew my mind, okay? All right, now the rest of these, now I haven't cleaned these yet. Those are still in the sleeve where I've cleaned. But these Talking Heads, Little Creatures, little bit of damage there, but I looked at these albums are in absolutely great shape, just need cleaning. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, got the Middle of the Road, Back on the Chain Gang, my goodness, I Hurt You, 2,000 Miles. Hey, thank you, Salvation Army. Jeff Beck, Flash, featuring Rod Stewart singing People Get Ready. It's got Jan Hammer on there. Hey, Jeff Beck. The Alarm, Eye of the Hurricane. Not real familiar with this either, but it was in that stack. And, hey, I went ahead and got it. Look at that, it's in great shape. Hardly any wear. Staying Out Late with Beat Rodeo. I've not listened to this yet. Like I said, I've not cleaned it. It's in great shape. IRS. Comes in one of those little poly inner sleeves. With a name like Beat Rodeo, I'm thinking this may be like another kind of a cow punk, country punk flavored album. We'll see. And finally, China Crisis. Have no idea what this is. No idea. Flaunt the Imperfection is the title. I just liked the cover, and it was included in that stack of stuff. That was really about all that they'd had. And after this, you know, it went back to, you know, went back to, you know, First Christian Church Sunday service featuring Brother Harry, you know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's it. Just a little video just to say, hey. Oh, you see, I've got my friend Zarion back here, the drunk alien. He's okay, you know. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, people. I hope this video loads up okay. So, see you later. Bye.